What's your take on splitting the bill for a full course meal on the first date, especially if you don't like the girl?
Well, you shouldn't be on a date with a girl and worrying about splitting dinner with her. If you shouldn't be investing in somebody you're not that into. And number two, if you ask your friends to lunch or you ask them to dinner, then that's your party. So if you ask people to spend time with you, it's your party. You got to pay, whether it's a friend or you invite some CEO to lunch or dinner or drinks because you want to spend some time with them. It's like whoever extends the invitation, that's your show. It's like if you invite people to come over on a Sunday and watch football with you, when they get there, you don't go, oh, it's a $10 cover charge for the keg. You don't do stupid shit like that.
This isn't high school.
Yeah, it's not high school. If you call yourself an adult and you call yourself a man and you invite a girl to dinner and then you don't like the girl and you're like, oh, she should pay half, it's like you shouldn't be dating. Go do a coffee date or go do a McDonald's date or something like that you can afford, or just go meet a girl for a wine bar is a great first type of date you can go to, because oftentimes they have hors d'oeuvres or snacks. So if you get a glass of wine and the conversation is going well, then you can order an appetizer and maybe another glass of wine, and if that goes well, then you can walk somewhere for dinner. And if dinner goes well, then you can go somewhere else afterwards, maybe shoot some pool, throw some darts, maybe go for a walk around the lake, or go check out the Christmas lights or the sights, or a long walk on the beach, whatever it happens to be. And so it's like the idea, if you're worried about spending money on dinner, then you should do something ahead of time and only get to dinner if the previous thing, like starting out at a wine bar or doing coffee or whatever. I typically, I'm not a coffee drinker, so what I would usually do, especially back in the day when I used to do online dating, was just meet a girl for a drink, and either at a wine bar or a cool restaurant where they had a cool bar to hang out at. And if the conversation goes well, then yeah, let's grab a table and have some dinner. And if that goes well, then eventually we end up back at my place later. That's the process. But don't overcommit to somebody, especially going and blowing $300 on an expensive dinner on somebody that you don't even like or you don't know that well, and you're not sure you want to spend that kind of money. So that's on him. Obviously, he has buyer's remorse on that date.
Well, also, if you, you can go to like a couple different grocery stores. Like Aldi's is cheap. You can get some charcuterie and cheese or whatever like that, and you can spend like $20 on this stuff, and maybe grab like a bottle of wine for $5.
Right. Yeah.
And just go on the beach and
Bottle of wine and a headache for $5.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to drink the whole thing.
Or choose like a restaurant that you don't mind spending, like a restaurant that's only going to be like $12 a plate or something. So
Burger King.
Like
or somewhere
Olive Garden. They always
Olive
have
Garden.
a 2-for-1.
Endless
type of
breadsticks.
Breadsticks, you get salad, you get soup, you get everything. Like, don't go to a whole fancy
soup.
dinner.
They have really good minestrone soup.
Or Chili's.
Chili's is cool. Their queso dip.
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't accept the date. But
Whatever.
if you're cheap,
if you like the guy, you would totally go with him.
wouldn't.
I feel like when you go on a date and it's the first date, you want to make the best impression. So a lot of guys will kind of go out of their way, but a lot of guys also have been burned. So the ones that have been really burned bad from girls taking advantage of them are the ones that are not going to take you out on those, $200, $300 dates.
Yeah.
Dates.
But they could, I went on a date for the first time. I went to happy hour. And I enjoyed it. I got to eat and it was fun.
Right.
And be happy.
Yeah.
So that's good too. And you could feed a girl, give her some drinks, $20.
Right.
If you can't afford $20 and you
Don't
need to
go
come
on a
don't
date.
date.
You should
You
probably
got bigger
don't
problems.
date.
Yeah, you need to go.
You're not
out.
ready.
You're not ready. And don't be cheap if you think $20 is a lot.
Yeah.
Don't be cheap, dude.
Yeah, that guy should not have been at dinner. He failed to properly vet her. So that's part of the vetting process.
Failed to properly vet himself. He should not be going Dutch on any first date, let alone a date.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of these dudes in Red Pill these guys obviously are not very successful and haven't been on many dates because the shit they do and the stuff they talk about, you can tell they're completely inexperienced, and it's idiotic for a guy to suggest that I'm going to ask a girl on a date and then expect her to pay half the dinner bill. It's like, come on, seriously, dude. It's like, don't be a douchebag. And people that are talking shit like that you make her go Dutch, it's like, come on, man. That's what you do to somebody that's strictly a friend, or it's like you go to lunch with your coworker and you're gonna split your bill. That makes sense. But you ask a girl out on a date and then you expect her to pay half, it's like she's gonna think you're a douche, and you are being a douche for doing that. So
And that's embarrassing to yourself.
Yeah.
Honestly.
it's like you ask your parents out to dinner and, hey, you know, I want you to split the bill.
Ha!
Them too. Me.
Yeah.
No. If you ever take your parents out to dinner, you should be taking care of the bill.
Yeah, they took care of
Always.
you. They wiped your ass. They got you to this
What?
point in life.
That's like if I go on, like, if I'm dating someone, I've been dating someone for a while, and you meet my family, and it's me, you, and my mom is very like,
Crazy?
no, she's not crazy. She's actually very
Nice?
quiet. She
Is she nice like you, Jade?
She is nice. She's nice.
Well, I
She's
appreciate
quiet.
that.
She didn't used to be though. She used to be, ooh.
So she used to be crazy.
No, she just used to be a badass. Yeah. But anyways,
She's a biker chick?
mm-hmm.
Oh,
My mom
nice.
rides a Harley.
No
And she-
shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry about the...
Yeah, and has a Dodge
She'll
truck.
run my ass over with a
She'll-
big knife.
She'll fuck
Chase
you
me
up.
down with a big machete on her motorcycle. Like, what was the Nicolas Cage movie? Where
Ghost
he's
Rider?
like this...
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah. But yeah, if I go on a date, and well, it's my boyfriend I've been dating. He meets my mother, and
Mother.
he should pay for our dinner. Usually, my mom she'll put her card out because she's the mom, and you know. But the man, like my boyfriend, he should pay for our dinner. First of all, that's my mom, and you know, I'm his girlfriend.
Yeah, if you take somebody's parents to dinner and then you're like, oh, split the check, you're a douche. They're not
Why
going
would
to
you
think
try to
highly
pay
of
though,
you.
but the dad tries to pay too, and it's like a standoff.
Yeah, the
You should
Mexicans,
always
you know.
pay.
They'll just say you can get it next time, even though you're not going to let them get it next time.
Exactly. You should always take the initiative.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you don't make a lot of money and you're dating a girl whose
not the
father
point.
is wealthy, he might look at you like, I got this. Because he
It's-
knows that
But
you're
that's
not a
the
millionaire.
point. You
and
should
he may
still
take
take the
bill.
initiative.
Well, well, of course you do. You say, no, let me get that. And you're like, no, I insist. I'm like, okay, Dad.
Some dads get real pissed if they're not able to pay. I've seen it.
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
in the restaurants, the dads will be like, "No,
Uh-huh.
I'm paying, and put your shit away."
Put your
Put shit
fucking
away.
They get
card
mad.
away
Put shit
now.
away.
They get mad.
Don't
I've
you
seen
try
them.
to emasculate
And then
me in
the
front of
server
my
gets
family.
into it, and then she's like, "All right, y'all gonna have
I'll
to
take the
fight."
dad's card now.
Whoever put their card up first is the one I'm taking.
You always take the dad's card.
He should have gave it to me first, but when they walked in the door.
If he gets up, you take his card.
Yes, exactly. But like, it's a fight.
It's always a fight.
And that's horrible.
Yeah.
There was even a time I was with a guy that couldn't afford it, like how I think you said that. He couldn't afford it, and it was just me, him, and my mom. And I'm like, she's gonna offer her card. I know how she is. Do not. Like, you have to pay for it. If I have to send you half or something, like, you have to, because if not, I'm not gonna hear the end of this. Like, you
Yeah.
just will be cut off the list in her mind.
Yep. You will not be good enough for her or
Yeah.
for me.
And he was like, I really can't afford this. And I'm like, well, I'm going to have to send you some because we were at like a
You
nice
better pay that
restaurant.
credit card
Damn,
right
Caroline
now.
running a charity for men.
Yeah, I was just like, you better.
Yeah, I did that one time.
Did he at least do the cute little thing where he dropped his fork?
That wasn't the guy.